Although the Pope is a spiritual guide, he's also the head of the Vatican, and the Vatican, in turn, is considered an independent state, and surely you've heard of his protection. The Swiss Guards are too memorable to forget. However, they are not members of any theatre group, but true soldiers who serve to guarantee the security of the Pope's sacred person and his residence. They are trained, armed, and know exactly what they must do to preserve the peace of the head of the Catholic Church. The guards have to deal not only with curious tourists. Remember, for example, the attack against John Paul II in 1981? Today, Pope Francis is the pontiff and is open to the people much more than his predecessors. However, this does not mean that you don't need protection against various unpleasant surprises. During his visits to different countries, the bodyguards follow the Pope in the Popemobile, following him, ensuring the safety of the pontiff, and helping him to contact the flock. Do you want the Pope to bless your son? Well, most likely you'll need to pass him through a smiling guard. However, Francis is full of surprises, and at any time can decide to approach people by himself. Imagine how stressful it can be for the security service. Before he was elected President of the United States, when Donald Trump was a mere billionaire, he only hired former Secret Service agents and members of the Navy SEALs Special Forces for his personal protection. Not surprisingly, during the inauguration, the presidential caravan was accompanied by an impressive number of agents. According to CNN, before taking office, the security of Trump and his family cost New York City authorities more than $1 million a day. That number, of course, has not decreased, and with all that money, you can afford to travel in caravans of any length and hire any number of Secret Service agents. Look at them. These guys obviously know what they're doing. By the way, in addition to protection, high-level US politicians receive an alias from the Secret Service. Thus, Donald Trump is known as the Magnate, and his wife Melania is the Muse, apparently for secrecy. Security of the President of the Russian Federation is the responsibility of the Federal Protective Service, a powerful and secret intelligence service in modern Russia. The official data on the number of agents is completely classified. According to some reports, which unfortunately can't be confirmed, about 50,000 officers are now engaged in the protection of the President and other major tasks. These people not only accompany Putin throughout his travels, but also ensure that the streets along which the President will move are as safe as possible. Despite the long list of responsibilities and duties, the main task of the Federal Protective Service is to protect the so-called number one officer. To date, the agents have managed to prevent several assassination attempts of the head of state, but details of these operations are not yet available to the public. China's top leaders, including President Xi Jinping, is the responsibility of the Central Security Bureau of the Communist Party of China. The total number of employees and soldiers exceeds 8,000, divided into 7 functional groups, each of which performs different tasks. To become a security agent, you need to pass a very strict selection process. The main criteria are political security, physical training, educational level, and strict discipline. But even despite the impressive army of trained bodyguards, there are rumors that Xi Jinping is constantly increasing the demands on his guards. Personal security offers must have more than 6 years of political and professional training in a special detachment of bodyguards, as well as being able to safely handle at least 8 types of firearms, and in particular be able to easily fire at the enemy simultaneously with both hands. Each guard always carries 3 different guns, 2 knives, and 1 packet of smoke powder, all for the safety of the Secretary General. No wonder they look so tough when they accompany the leader's car. By the way, did you notice the half-open doors on the other cars? It seems that the other agents are hidden inside, ready at any time to react to the danger, as the number of Xi Jinping's personal security agents, according to some data, is at least a dozen. Although the Queen of Great Britain, like the Emperor of Japan, is not the ruler of the country, large amounts of money are spent on her protection. It's no coincidence either. The assassination attempts on Elizabeth II occur with alarming frequency. For that reason, the Queen, like no other, needs reliable protection. Inside Buckingham Palace, the guards are responsible for this, serving day and night, and when Her Majesty travels outside her residence, she always has company, including her personal and police guard. And it's not for nothing. For example, in 2011, two British teenagers threw raw eggs at the Queen's Rolls-Royce. One of them hit the windshield and the other on the car door. Fortunately, no one was injured, of course, and the royal peace violators were quickly arrested, but the attacks could be more serious, and the Queen is therefore always accompanied by bodyguards.